Hi everyone! Ayan, ibinaba niya. Ang takot niya. So, kakain tayo ng avocado. Ayan.
How can peace be achieved when there is such implacable hatred and grievance on both sides?
Kain tayo. Pero kakain ako nito. Rice, green beans, saka spam.
They were leaving in the aftermath of the second. Their administration had been a tumultuous one. In the 1920s and 1930s, thousands of Jews had emigrated to Palestine. There were violent clashes with the local Arab population. The British authorities were caught in between. Their attempts to limit further immigration enraged the Jews.
Hindi nakikita yung aking
Their earlier
plate.
support to the Jewish homeland enraged the Arabs.
Parang maano, parang kuya yung spam, parang salted no.
Survivors had witnessed horrors beyond imagination. Many saw no future for themselves in Europe. Thousands tried to move to the Jews' historic homeland in the Middle East.
After the Second World War, it was clear to Britain, bankrupt as it was, that it would have to withdraw.
By 1947, the British had realized that the current status quo was completely unsustainable. It was no longer able to come up with a solution or even contain the conflict that was going on at the time between the two communities.
The future of Palestine was instead put in the hands of the newly formed United Nations. In November 1947,
Barbie.
a plan for the partition of Palestine was agreed. The news was met with jubilation among Jews and fury among Arabs. Violence broke out between the communities as British troops withdrew. At midnight on the 14th of May, 1948, the British mandate of Palestine came to an end. The State of Israel was born. It was attacked immediately. Forces from Lebanon, Jordan, Syria, Iraq, and
Nanonood
Egypt
kami ng ano.
secured Arab territories
Si
in
Arnold lang
Palestine
pala.
and launched military offensives against the new Jewish state.
They fought off 6 Arab armies with improvised weapons to establish and defend their territory. And they ended up with 2 slivers of territory which drove into Palestinian land. A lot of Palestinians, some left voluntarily, some left because they were frightened, but most were driven out of their territories to create the Palestinian problem of a peoples in the Middle East.
Israel may have triumphed, but the fledgling state was still surrounded and outnumbered by enemies bent on its destruction. The violence which surrounded the country's birth would continue. The Six-Day War of 1967 saw Israel seize territory from Jordan and Syria and sweep across the Egyptian Sinai Peninsula.
It was a war in which the Arab nations clearly were about to attack Israel. Israel had, as it were, both the legal and moral right to strike first, and they did strike first.
Kumakain ako eh. Ano sasabihin natin? Masarap yung spam.
Israel's neighbors.
Naglagay ka ulit? Naglagay ka ng condensed?
A surprise attack
Sure?
on the Jewish holiday of Yom Kippur.
Magkano?
Another round of violence.
Pwede ka maglagay konti.
Great pressure. Israel responded
Konti lang.
pretty close thing.